Every year, NFL players make record-breaking money to play football, and the contracts are only growing in value. Just this past spring, Russell Wilson became the highest-paid player in the league by signing a 4-year, $140 million deal. Even though these numbers may seem incredible, they are becoming a norm. Let me take you back to the year 1984, where we can find one of the most insane contracts in pro football history.
Running play, Stinnett to throw, throws it back to Young. Young catches the ball. They might, they do score. They made it. BYU did it. What a play. They threw it to Stinnett. Stinnett threw it back to Young, and he broke tackles and got into the score.
Steve Young. He's an accurate, game-breaking quarterback coming out of BYU who is projected to go number 1 overall in the 1984 draft to the Cincinnati Bengals. That is unless the USFL is able to lure him into the fold. That's right, the United States Football League, a professional football league that was trying to compete with the NFL to be the best source for football. They had already signed big names such as Jim Kelly with the Houston Gamblers or Herschel Walker with the New Jersey Generals, the same New Jersey Generals that were owned by Donald Trump. You could say it was a bit of a crazy league. However, Steve Young had grown up an NFL fan looking up to great quarterbacks like Roger Staubach. He wanted to play on the same fields as his idols and heroes. So, the USFL had to get a bit creative. The Bengals had basically guaranteed Steve Young that if he decided to join the NFL, they would draft him, and he would get a 5-year contract worth about $3.5 million. But much of that money was not guaranteed. That's when J. William Oldenburg, the owner of the Los Angeles Express, stepped in. He and Young's agent kept negotiating a deal in a kind of cat-and-mouse game. Young's agent, Lou Steinberg, would give Mr. Oldenburg a price tag for the contract, and Oldenburg would agree. However, Steinberg knew how much Young wanted to play in the NFL, so he would raise the price, and Oldenburg would agree. And this went on until they produced a final product that will be remembered as the strangest football contract ever signed. Young and the LA Express agreed on a 43-year deal worth $42 million. Alright, that's not exactly true. It was really a 4-year deal that paid him roughly $5.2 million while he was with the team. However, to pay the rest of the money, Young could choose to fund an annuity and collect the rest of the contract over the next 37 years. The total sum of this money would have equaled $42 million, with the final payment being installed in the year 2027. Just to make sure Young was getting exactly what he wanted, Steinberg went to the Bengals to see if they could match the offer. Mike Brown, the Bengals' assistant general manager, replied, "Yes, if I find an oil field under our practice facility." That's how insane this contract was. Even the NFL thought it was too outlandish to even get close to matching it. Anyways, Young signed with the Express and played in the league for 2 years before it was time to fund the annuity. Young had the option to pay $900,000 and receive his annual payment from the Express as long as the USFL was in operation, or he could take $1 million on the spot. Now the choice seems easy, right? Why not pay the $900,000 and collect about $37 million more? Well, the fact was the USFL was struggling financially, and it was no secret to the players. Some players weren't actually getting their paychecks, and it was only a matter of time before the league shut down. So Steve decided to get as much out of the contract as he could and took the $1 million. He didn't want to pay $900,000 for nothing. He made the right decision too. The USFL folded that very same year. Young went to the NFL, where he played for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers for 2 years before he was traded to the 49ers. And you could say that worked out pretty well.
Young this time gives it, or fakes it to Boyd, then throws to Waters, who breaks a couple of tackles, and there goes Ricky for a touchdown.